Topic 2, density. And the symbol for density is this Greek letter rho, like this. It's written like this, as opposed to letter P, which is written like this. Which is heavier, iron or wood? Many people would say iron. Yet, an iron nail is lighter than wooden tree. What they really mean is iron is denser, or iron has greater density. What then is density? Let's highlight that. Now let's take a closer look at density. Density of matter. How tightly packed matter is. That's what density is. Or the amount of mass in a given space. Here we are comparing the density of 3 different states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. And as you can see, in solid, the molecules are much more tightly packed together than, say, gas. So solid has the greatest density. Definition of density: the amount of matter or the amount of mass per unit volume. In word equation, it is written as density equal to mass divided by volume. In formula form, it is rho equal to m over v, and that's a formula you have to memorize, very important. Unit is kilogram per cubic meter or gram per cubic centimeter. This is the one that we normally use in classroom situation. Density of water, you have to remember, is either 1,000 kg per cubic meter or 1 gram per cubic centimeter. And this is the one that's particularly important. You have to remember that. Now, let's have a look at how we can measure the density of different things. Firstly, density of a regularly shaped solid, like a cuboid here, or a cube. The first thing you do is measure the dimensions of the solid. In this case, you measure the length, the width, the height of this cuboid by using a ruler, and you calculate the volume. Then you measure the mass of the solid by using scales. This is an electronic scale. You just put this solid on here and take the reading there. And finally, you calculate density by using the formula rho equal to m over volume. Now, let's see how we can find out the density of a liquid. Firstly, measure the mass of an empty measuring cylinder, like this one here. Using scales, put it on here and record it as M1. Then you add liquid into it and read off its volume on the measuring cylinder and call it V. Here the volume of the liquid looks like it's 30 cubic centimeters. So record that. Then you measure the mass of the measuring cylinder with liquid in it and call it M2. So put this whole thing on here and read off. Then the mass of the liquid in the measuring cylinder is simply M2 minus M1. Then you calculate the density once again by using this formula rho equal to mass over volume. Now let's look at how we can find the density of an irregularly shaped solid. Could be a little piece of stone like this. The first thing you do is place a suitable amount of water in a measuring cylinder and take the reading, the volume V1. In this case, the water is exactly 50 cubic centimeters, or 50 cc, or 50 mils. They all mean the same thing. Then add that solid, the little piece of stone, into the measuring cylinder and take the new volume with water and solid in it, call it V2, In this case, the total volume is 75. And 75 minus 50, that gives you 25, which is the volume of the solid. In other words, V2 minus V1. Then you measure the mass of that solid using scales, putting it on an electronic scale and read off. And then you calculate the density once again by using this formula, which is by now should be very familiar to you.